Found kitty. Found kitty in the bed. He wants to be a person. Why can't I be a person and sleep here? All right, let's do the werewolf. Ooh, hold up, tuna spanks. Oh, I can't stand it. It just feels so good. Ooh. I just can't stand it. It feels so good. Oh, look at that kitty. Ooh. 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 Transforming into a werewolf. Show him, kitty. Show him. Oh yeah, just a biting, kitty. Yes, you burr. Look at that kitty. Oh, going for the belly. Oh no. Okay, let's play this game here. Here we go. Where's kitty? Oh, there's kitty. Where's kitty? Oh, there's kitty. Where's kitty? There's kitty. Oh, I don't see kitty. Where did kitty go? Oh, there's kitty. Oh, there he is. Oh, just biting on that. Yes, you are. Where's kitty? There's kitty. Where? You just want to lay on this Tempur-Pedic bed and just do the werewolf, kitty. Here, scratch right here with tuna spank section. Do a little bit of tuna spanks and scratch. Oh, there he goes. Just biting. Oh, bit hard there. Yeah, you got a good bite there, kitty. Yeah. Just boxing along. Just like my Muhammad Ali. Tuxedo cat. Oh, look at that. Look. Oh. Yeah. Dance like a kitty. And jump around like a bee. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's a good kitty. Then we just jump this over here like, ooh. Oh, there we go. Where'd kitty go? There's kitty. It's like that joke with Ellen. I sat down and pet my cat for 45 minutes. Yes, you got to play with the kitty. You look at that. He just a bitey. Yes, oh, there we go. Oh, he is biting. Oh, there. Oh, we got. Ooh, whoa. Now, hang on. Wake up a little bit. Oh, there we go. There you go. You're going to have to move, kitty, right? Go to the recliner in front of the TV. Just lays on for 20 hours. No, we're not going to be we're not going to be on that long, kitty. But then you just get back on it and go back to bed anyway. Sleep like 20 hours. Then do a little bit of playing like you are now. Then get something to eat. Oh, whoa, man. You got a good one there. Get something to eat and then just go back to bed. Look at that kitty. Oh. All right, you ready? Are you ready? All right, got to put my shoes on. I'm growing my hair long like Neil Young. And welcome to the Please Subscribe show. This is Linda.
Hi, y'all. Good morning.
Cole. She's digging in her bag for vitamins. And we're going to be, she's going to drop food off right on like a table for like a POS system. And I'm going to drop food at your, look at the shadow, the doorstep. You can kind of see the shadow right there. Right back there. I would say, come along with us. Would that be great? Something like that. Come along with us. That would be great. One of these days, I'm going to get something. I'm going to go, that's it. That's the one. That's the catch line. That's not someone else's catch line. Right, an original. What about this? Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. Linda's going to drop food at a little clerk station where there's a POS thing. And I'm going to drop food off at your door. And I'm inviting you to watch this. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. Cleared.
Just like the motion.
Cleared.
Keep on watching. Come on. Stick that pizza in your mouth. Get on that phone. Give them a call. I'll be, hello? No. I mean, I will, but you know what I mean. All right, we're checking this room. No kitty. See a kitty anywhere. In here. Okay. Clear. That room's been double check. Turn that off right there. All right, that one's clear. Clear. Double check here. Okay, everything's good. All right. Did you check the appliances?
Yes.
Okay. I know, I'm getting the socks.
You have to go back in there.
Take a little like thingy. All right. Dink, dink. There we go. Oh, you're talking about my socks?
Yes.
We love you, kitty. We'll see you soon. We know you're sitting by the door waiting for us the entire time. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's open the door. Here we go. Go. No, here. Push back this way. Here we go.
Come here, come here.
Here we go.
We love you.
Yes. Okay. Let me see. Sorry, I forgot the jacket. Okay, here we go. There's Kitty. Okay.
Okay.
You okay, Kitty? Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the first in history drive-through only McDonald's. You can go in and I think you can order, but you have to take it out. So you can drive up, pick up your order from online, or just drive through. But they have no tables. It's a tableless McDonald's for the first. I'm trying to see what that signifies. That little black thing right there. Behind it is that you have this guy that's an expert fighter, and yes, Samson in the werewolf, I'm talking about the werewolf screenplay, werevlog, known as Grace, aka werevlog. Grace Lippin is a Apache. He's a fighter. He has a touch of Apache in him. He's Irish, English, and Apache, and he just knows how to fight, and he does very well in the UFC. He's a very good fighter in the UFC. And this is his time of like retirement. So we're basically starting the movie off, after he's already retired. So we're skipping Rocky 1, Rocky 2, maybe even Rocky 3, going maybe even past Rocky 4. We're starting where he's pretty older. And he's already established a scene and there's this whole thing where he doesn't want to even go by Grace anymore. He wants to go by GL. And as a secret thing, he says Grace is sissy because of the fact that he already had a name as Grace Lippin. So he changes it to GL so he can kind of fight again. Kind of like how Kurtz in Apocalypse Now went back to jump school, where they jump out of the airplanes and things like that, so that he could be like a normal soldier again. And that's what made him kind of crazy, because he was practically almost a general or something, or could have been. In this case, it's crazy. Grace is crazy, but he's crazy for wanting to go back and be young again and use this fake name GL. He has his coach call him GL. The coach is older. They're all old. And you look at these actors like Robert De Niro, and I'm not saying that anything's wrong with them. And Martin Scorsese is the director. These guys are pretty old, and they're still dynamite. Irishman is still a top 5 film of that year on Netflix. Wonderful. And I have nothing against it. Those guys are great. And so it has that kind of feel in it. These guys are older, and they're still trying to do the thing in the UFC. And UFC is brutal. So that's where we start. Okay. Now, there's a lot of pigeons right here. I'm going to get these pigeons. So that's where we start, with Grace Lippin being retired, fighter, UFC. And there is a segment in it where he fights Samson the Great. I'm gonna double check where I'm going right here. I gotta check something. All right. So Grace Lippin fights Samson, who is this also an experienced fighter that is evangelical. There's a lot of different fight sequences. I gotta figure out where he's from, but they say it in the ring. But regardless, he's a minister that's still in the ministry. And there's some of this in the wrestling, and some of it's in the wrestling. If you follow WWE and WWF, regardless, he's serious, And Samson decides to fight Grace, who's trying to go by GL at the time. So he's trying to go by the initials G as in George, L as in Larry. And like everyone would know. So, but it's not as obvious. So he's trying to do that. It's odd. It's kind of an awkward feeling in the ring. It doesn't have to be a big audience thing. It's not completely like something like The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale. It turns into a werewolf movie, okay? There's a sense of comedy. But regardless, or Warrior with Tom Hardy, Nick Nolte, and the other guy, that Tom Berenger guy, whatever his name is. All right, and regardless, I'm trying to get back on the highway right here. I am making kind of a point about the ministry because GL, who's Grace, slams Samson down, wraps his legs around his waist and twists him down to the ground and gets him in an arm bar, and the fight's over very quickly. And the minister, Samson, who's fighting in the name of Jesus, loses the fight, and Grace wins very quickly. It's a quick fight. And there's another fight, and he ends up fighting St. Patty the Great, and, you see all these fights and stuff. So you get the whole idea that, okay, this is kind of a fight film. But even in the beginning, it doesn't even start with neither, okay? In the beginning of the movie, it doesn't start with a fight film at all. It starts with a cat eating from his cat bowl. Okay, so you're thinking, okay, why am I watching a cat eating out of the cat bowl? You just have to get to that because it ends in kind of an ABA, A, B, and A. Goes back and forth. So you're like, what is this? And that's kind of the feeling of it. Then there's it switches over, I think, after the cat to these gothic vloggers that are out in Texas, Marfa, Texas, looking for the ghost of James Dean. And they're the first victims of the werewolf. And then it gets into like a strict fighting film for a while. Now, I'd be willing to work with the actors and sit down and talk, but sometimes it's better. What is that? Hang on, give me a second. Okay, that was some kind of carpet. Sometimes it's better just to do it, with all the movies that are out today and all the successes and all the things. It's probably better just to do the movie. I mean, I can't afford to do it right now, but I'm saying if anyone jumps on board. So my avenues of trying to get it lifted, because it's a long story. It's it's 135 pages now, and it's probably gonna be a 250 page script, or even longer. But I did write a good scene last night. I worked on it very hard last night for more than an hour. It could have been 3 or 4 hours. I don't know, for a while, because I'm so anal retentive. But my idea is maybe to go through Indiegogo and just, I know sending these scripts to the studios, here's my script, and it just goes on a big pile of other scripts all the way up to heaven, There's so many talented actors. This is very George Lucas right here. There's so many talented actors and so many talented writers, just all over the place. So Indiegogo, I think, is a shot, because at least the public would be able to kind of look at it and go, hey, this is interesting. Maybe I want to jump on board. And I don't know if they get any return investment. I have to look at Indiegogo. It's a brilliant little site. You can sell anything on Indiegogo. If you come up with a good idea for a new kitchen appliance, check out Indiegogo. Especially if you come up with an idea for an independent film or any kind of film. But the idea is to vlog the script, which I did the other day. So it's on Grace, aka Where Vlog, on my channel. So you can read the whole script that way. And from that script there's probably another 10 pages added that I've done and reworked all the misspelling errors and all that fun stuff that you have to do as a writer. Just as a painter, you have to put in the shadow, you know, and you have to find the right color when you're painting. And it could take months to finish the painting. You know, it's the same exact thing. Writing and painting is the same. It's the same thing. The only difference is one you use a brush, the other use a pen or a typewriter or something like that. But the idea behind it is very, very similar. I have to admit, when it comes to like self-reliance and happiness and stuff, the present moment is far more beautiful. It really is. Like, focusing on what this could be as the story, you know, because werewolf movies are fun, you know, but when it comes to liberation of art, like, what is that? Is that a practice thing for the firemen? I think that's what that is, where the firemen practice. They practice running up, putting out fires. That's where they practice all that kind of stuff. And there's another training ground right by it. But I think ultimately, you know, it takes like a lot of time, you know, for a movie, and it's a headache. I think it's fun. I've heard it's fun. But it just depends on who's writing on it, you know. So it can get, I've noticed since I really got serious about Grace, I have to admit, and this is kind of the reason why I'm vlogging this, you know, why my cloud, I'd say a cloud has appeared, which wasn't there since I just started vlogging only. You know, I got to the point where I was just vlogging. But, you know, in vlogging, which is what I'm doing, and I always compare it to what is known as flogging, if you put an F on it, which it's not the same, but flogging is where the Augustus monks would
approaching a railroad crossing,
whip themselves in public to show their obedience unto the Lord. Don't think it's exactly that. Oh, sorry about that lady, the Mercedes. Sonar didn't go off or anything, so probably the rain. But what's interesting about vlogging, different, that's more, oh, this is really cool, this mural. I'm going to show it right here. I learned this from Adam the Woo and things like this. Is this not great? So it's different between, you know, trying to make a cinematic masterpiece from a script and just vlogging, is that in vlogging you get to share your current life with, you know, everyone or whoever wants to watch. And the other one, it has to go through a process of acceptance. This doesn't. See, that's a truck because it's a truck. It'll be a truck, and it's still a truck. Kind of cool. That's a cool house. It reminds me, you know, of maybe a house that was near Pee Wee Herman's house, but not exactly Pee Wee Herman's house. It's a difference between, you know, stand-up comedy and then a stand-up comedian, you know, trying to make a movie is a difference. Stand-up comedy is, or vlogging, I guess you could just call it that. It's not necessarily, see, I could go up to this train right here and film it all day, but I have to pick up this food, drop it off at your doorstep, which is fun too, you know. So what it is I think what it is, it's stating that, you know, this is who I am, and that's good enough. It's a big statement. And then there's always fun things that come along, classic cars and weird people, so you don't know, and so then it's kind of liberating. I don't really think it's vlogging per se. I think it's vlogging, you know. It's certainly different than flogging, but, you know, if I was whipping myself, you know, with a whip and filming it, you know, that I think people would probably leave some comments but I'm not. I'm actually really getting a train right here, so we can listen to it. Because all towns are different. It is fun. It's fun to do. People actually jump on those trains. Not to speed though. It's very dangerous at this speed. If they would try it. But they have. They've jumped on the trains. The bulls get them sometimes. There's a guy that has a YouTube show. He's called Shoestring Hobo. No joke. He's got tons of followers. He's been riding trains for more than 30 years. He's a Vietnam vet. And he's very serious about it. And he knows all this stuff about the trains and getting on the trains and camping. And that's what he did. You know, I mean, I know it's not right. You know, there's famous hobos. It's not right, but that's what he did, you know, and he got a good camera. I don't know what type, but he got one. And I guess he was homeless for 30 years. And then he finally got a place. And now he goes off on these vacation adventures and gets on these trains. He only gets on them when they're stopped now. He doesn't run and jump on them. He's older. And it's amazing to see. But that was what he did, you know. And he said that, you know, after he became famous and stuff, you know, the police, when they would get him, you know, the bulls, they sometimes were kind of nice to him, you know. He said he had this whole story about this one bull that invited him over to his family and gave him, you know, helped him give him a shower, and kind of like that Nick Nolte movie, Down and Out in Beverly Hills kind of thing. I think this restaurant right here, I don't know if it's Fiesta. I think it might be connected to Fiesta, but it's definitely Latino. And I'm picking that up and dropping it off at your doorstep. Can I get like photos of your murals?
Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate it.